Afternoon. Very tired face today. I think it matches the Monday mood and the very heavy grey weather today. I keep waiting, and maybe next Monday, hurrah, I'll have reasons to be happy. But unfortunately today is another moaning day. I drove into town where I help an elderly lady today, and on the way in I heard some very eloquent chap on the radio talking about how we are basically a failed state and nothing is working. Education's going down the pan and Labour rushing through policies to make it even more laughable. The NHS is always on its knees, isn't it? It's just ridiculous. Evermore with their hands out for more money and evermore just failing to meet basic standards. Just basic council services bins, etc. There's litter everywhere, doctors you can't see, just everything. And then I go into town with this old lady. I go to the chemist to collect her medication, and it's like, I don't know, 40 people in the queue, all waiting, and there's one member of staff on the pharmacy. I then go to the other checkout for something else because I give up. I can't wait with this elderly lady. I go to the other checkout. There's one member of staff who's rushing off to get orders. Didn't know they did that in Boots. And there's a huge queue there, and she's getting evidently upset herself, saying, "I'm sorry, I've got nobody else to help." And I was like, I said to her, "You need someone to help you, don't you, doll?" And she said, "Yes, you'd think Boots would be able to afford some more assistance, but apparently not." And she was going off on one. And I couldn't stop her, actually. She was just ranting about the dire straits in Boots. Then I went into a coffee shop. I mean, I know these aren't government-led. It's just all signs of an unravelling society. I took this lady into a coffee shop. And again, more big queues. There was litter everywhere. There were just coffee cups everywhere. And this is a big chain. No Beauvais, by the way, in this one. Coffee cups everywhere. I was having to clean tables for them so people could sit down. It's just everywhere. If I was visiting like a tourist, which Rachel Reeves is now on about taxing more, which I know some countries do, and an increasing amount of places have a tourist tax at hotels and stuff when you check out. Just how many layers of tax do we need to pay? And Rachel Reeves now thinks this would be a great idea for London. I mean, way to put more people off coming to our city. I mean, I wouldn't come as it is with the crime, with knife and rape at epidemic levels. Then you have to pay tax for the privilege of experiencing what is becoming quite a lawless capital, which when you look back over the eras, London was seen as the jewel in the crown, of what cities should be like in their eloquence and high standards and cleanliness and politeness and civility, etc. But you just look around and this country is unraveling at a rapid rate, and the markets and the economy getting obliterated under this dire government. And Starmer again just on the radio saying a 20 billion black hole. I cannot stand to hear that line again when they have spent an inordinate amount more than that supposed black hole. They're absolutely spanking multiple black holes up the wall. How they have the audacity to keep talking about that. And again, when we were the fastest growing in the G7, albeit slow, interest rates were coming down, inflation was right down. How they can then blame anything on the Tories when they have literally devastated all of the good that the Tories were trying to do within months of them starting. it's quite impressive actually, the levels of arrogance and stubborn mentality in accepting the reality that all of us can see. And then Starmer's answer to everything is AI, which nobody wants. Did you ask for AI? Do you want AI? I don't. And don't forget, AI has to be programmed by people, and they're always going to be the far left, liberal, ideologically programmed, usually factually incorrect, biased people who will be doing the programming. Do we want that leading our lives? An AI which needs an excruciating amount of energy and water. I haven't got around my head around that one. Why does it need loads of water? But energy and water, that little old blighty does not have. And then Rachel, who is now getting to use her experience in complaints, running to China for what is scrap change to them, and putting all of our energy security in their hands when I thought China was our main adversary. This is Labour, and unless anything else happens, this little island is going to go down the drain super quickly.